Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary, here I am. I'm a day later than I originally intended to, but today is going to be the day I'm going to be planting these giant Mongolian sunflower seeds, and one of them is going to be a living memorial for my dad. See, my dad's nickname back in the day was Tall Paul, 6'4". I know compared to a lot of other people out there, it's not that impressive nowadays, but well, he's still a pretty tall dude, so I want to honor him by putting some of his ashes in when I grow one of these giant Mongolian sunflowers. That way I'm going to give him one more summer under the sun, and these sunflowers can grow up to 14 feet tall. So you can't get much taller than that when it comes to a flower. So let me show you something here. Let's see. This is a normal black oil sunflower seed, and let me switch the camera around. It can grow these lovely little black oil sunflowers here about a foot and a half tall. Not too shabby, right? I planted these around November in order to give not only the animals something to eat around Thanksgiving time, but they'd be among the first plants to grow come spring. So this is a giant Mongolian sunflower seed. They can get about an inch and a half, significantly larger. So, I also made my first boo-boo yesterday. I got this bucket here. This is a bucket. I know it looks like it's water, but it actually has water storing crystals. These things were about the size, a little bit larger than a grain of sand, but a little smaller than a grain of rice. And I let these things soak overnight. As you can see, this particular chunk here, that's all one chunk. These things are significantly larger now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant these, but here's the little boo-boo I did. Yesterday, I did the same thing. I filled up a 5-gallon bucket with water. I got 3 tablespoons of the mix, which is right there. And I put about 10 ounces of liquid fertilizer in there, but that was the boo-boo. I waited for 7 hours, they didn't grow. So, I was told that the problem is that the mix I had was too concentrated. The liquid fertilizer was too concentrated to absorb. So, once I dumped it out, take a look. These are from what I dumped yesterday. We had a little bit of rain last night, so you can see that these things are still actually soaking up quite a bit of fluid. The way it works is they store a lot of fluid and it'll slowly release it into the soil to help to make sure that the plants and everything are watered. So you see the little sparklies? Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plant the seeds, and I'm also going to plant several of these that are already soaked underground. The way it'll work is these will help to irrigate and soak up the extra water that gets run when I'm either watering them or when it rains. And that way, it's going to actually help to slowly feed the plants with water so it doesn't overwater, it doesn't underwater. Nice little thing. Come on, I'm using science to grow giant sunflowers. That's awesome. And like I said, I'm going to be putting Dad's ashes in with one of the seeds, but only I'm going to know which one gets planted like that. I'll eventually reveal it later, but I want to see just how much this is going to grow. So we'll see. These things have a lifespan, once they start to germinate, about 90 days, so 3 months. So it's currently the last week of March, which means that hopefully by the end of June I should have some nice sunflowers, and I can plant another set in June so that I can actually have another set coming up in September. So, I'm also going to be giving some to my nieces. So you keep an eye out. You might get to see more of these popping up around in Leesburg. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to go ahead and get planted. You guys take care. Don't worry, I'll keep plenty of pictures and videos to update you in the future. Peace.